To my channel. So today we are going to check option selling for August first week. Let's get started with Nifty. Okay, so Nifty open for yesterday was 650. So 24,650 was the open, and yesterday it was completely sideways. So let's take 650 as our open ATM. So today it's Thursday, so it's counted as day 2 after expiry. Okay, and it was sideways with 0.04 percentage movement. Let's check the move also. So the open though was a small gap up, and then it just, sorry, let me write it, it's day 2 from expiry, and positive 0.04 percentage move was happening. So here was the open, and then once it touches the resistance and again touches the resistance. Okay, so this was resistance and this was support. Okay, when you check for resistance it was 700, and when you check for support was 500. So the move was between 500 and 700. 650 was the open. So this is OTM and this is ITM. So you could clearly see it's positive on the support side and negative on the resistance side. Now let's move on to Bank Nifty. For Finnifty and MidCap Nifty, similar way you can observe. So when you check for Bank Nifty usually has monthly expiry. When you check for open was 800. Okay, let's again write it for Bank Nifty. This is resistance and this is support. Okay, resistance was near 58k, support was at 400. Okay, so open was gap up, touches the previous day resistance, falls down the support, and again closes here. Okay, closes at 700. When you check for open was also 700. Okay, so we'll take open ATM. So you see positive in the support side and negative in the resistance side because the support was very strong. Also, it was a gap up situation. That's why the support was naturally strong and has the positive decay. Moving on to Nifty Trader website. So we'll start with Nifty. Let's take light mode. Okay, need to switch to light mode. Okay, fine. So this is Nifty for 11th August. Lot size 65, IV is 12, max pain is at 550. So expected range was between 800 to 400. PCR is 0.5. What all to notice, I have circled it. Okay, when you check for OTM 2.68, and when you check for here it is 5.44 and 1.93. So equal build up in the OTM also is a definition for sideways market. Okay, so here 7 and 5, so clearly resistance is more. And when you check for Bank Nifty, similar way you can check for Bank Nifty, Finnifty and MidCap Nifty. Okay, so when you check for OTM 79 and 141, 11, and here buying has happened here, you could clearly see. Okay, a little bit of profit booking also has seen in Bank Nifty at the end. So that's it, guys. We'll just move on to price action. A little bit of price action will make us understand where we are standing in the market. So the Q past result for July month was not that much promising, which actually reflects in the price action, and I will show you how. So first of all, we'll start with Nifty. Okay, so I'm taking 1 hour so that we can see the price action in a clearer way. Okay, so this is June, July and August comparison. Okay, let me draw a August line as well. Okay, fine. Let me remove all the lines. So this is June month, July month and August month. Okay, so you could clearly see this sharp fall. This was because the Q results were not good, and at the end the recovery was very good. Finally it's at the very critical resistance. If this breaks out, then it can go up easily, because you could see the support is also strong, and then the trend is slightly tilted towards the uptrend for Nifty. When you check for Bank Nifty is pretty strong, where the support and the resistance looks very strong. So yep, there's a chance if HDFC performs well. For MidCap Nifty also, it is near the resistance. Finnifty actually mimics Bank Nifty, and it is having the similar position standing at resistance. Now we'll take Reliance. So this is Reliance position, and then you could clearly see when you compare this month exactly from war. So let's take this zone for 2026 resistance, and you could see it's under downtrend, because whenever war has, there is a conflict in oil and crude oil. Okay, that's why it is very difficult for Reliance to perform well. So you could clearly see it was 1600 earlier in 2026, and now midway the year it has fallen down to 1200. Okay, I have to wait and watch for Reliance. Now we have HDFC Bank. So this is HDFC Bank situation. Similar kind of situation at very critical support. When you check the fall is clearly very drastic here. You could clearly see the starting was 1000. This is mostly HDFC Bank plus HDFC merger is the reason for the downfall. And also whenever there is an economic tension, it first hits banking sector, and especially HDFC Bank, because it is closely linked with the Nifty's performance. But the support is intact here, where 730 is going to be the strongest support. And also the Q results was not good for HDFC Bank. While the ICICI Bank, when you check, the performance is quite great and it is steady. Why ICICI Bank is outperforming HDFC Bank? Because ICICI Bank lends money to the corporates, where corporate generate steady income flow and it pays back to the bank on time. So this cycle for HDFC Bank is not very well established. Also it's hitting its low overall profit. Okay, so the profit stuffs we will discuss in some other video. Now we'll conclude this just because we are concentrating here in option selling alone.